Okay, in this small introduction, we'll talk about how SF Explorer can help you understand better the data behind your Salesforce sandbox. So here, I'm inside a Salesforce insurance sandbox, and I've installed SF Explorer. So if you have it installed, you will see this small icon on the right. So if you click there, the first thing you'll see is the records usage you have. And so this is the list of records, and you can see directly the number of records. That's the most important aspect here, if they are custom or not, and there is some documentation that will be provided here. So what I'm going to do now is to search for objects that are related to insurance. So maybe I can search with the term insurance. You see the search is going through multiple fields. And so basically here I have a few number of objects I'm going to use. There are additional objects here, a total of 31 that I don't have any records. So for now I'm not necessarily going to focus on those. So let's zoom into the insurance policy coverage. So here this is loading, and this is what you will get from SF Explorer. So directly from here you will get the relationships between the entities. So on the left hand side, those are the used objects that reference an insurance policies. So there might be other objects into the model, but what's filtered here is only the objects that are within your orgs. The idea is to make it as clear as possible, right? On the right hand side, you have the objects that reference that the insurance policy references, right? So you can see this here on the right hand side here. When you have a large screen like me, obviously this is responsive, right? On small screens, you'll see the list of fields on this object, and on the you have the API name, label, on the type. You can retrieve all the details about the fields from here if need be, right? Sometimes you need to get the list or the peak list values on something like this. So this can be done from here on. You have some capabilities, right, to group the fields if need be. So basically those two information here are supposed to help you build out this query to find insurance policy. We'll go through that. But something that can be helpful as well is to actually browse the model. From here, you see just filter out the product 2 object. On this is something possible. But you can go back there to insurance policy and zoom into the policy coverage, for example, right? And this is something interesting, and you'll see all of this is refreshing, right, based on the setup you've provided. So let's go back to the insurance policy or the insurance policy participant. That's here. So what we want to do from here, we can make a query, or actually we can chain multiple query. I'll go through that. With this code editor, what's important to know is that there is completions, right? So obviously you'll search for the status, and you can as well have completion, right, or have inline help from this on some of those entities. And basically you'll be able to search, right, the policy number. What's interesting from this search is you can find some docs, inline docs. So you have the name for the name, you have the name insured ID, you have the name that contains the policy number, and you have the policy name, right? So I can add information like this on the this might have some issue. So here an issue is my request. So this is the information you can retrieve directly from this simple request. Now what you want to do from here is directly jump in and find some information about this particular policy. What's important to notice from here this is only the field data, right, on the policy. So there are only maybe there is much more fields, but I have only 46 fields that are filled. On the idea is not to display all the fields. You can see this from here. You can for example compare multiple policies. That can be convenient, right? So for example here I'm making a comparison between those three policies, right? So this is a comparison, and there is some overlap, so I need to review this probably. But you see comparison between those three policies. So that can be interesting. As I mentioned before, you can change the request. So making a request on from this those results. So for example, for those 5 policies that may belong to a single individual, I want to retrieve the record alerts that are associated with this. So what you can do is you can select the ID, and there is actually snippets that you can use. I'm going to show you this example of a snippet. Yeah, this select snippet is nice. So the object is record alert, and I want to search for the ID. I want to search for the name of a record alert. So that's here. I have two requests, right? One, the first one here, and the second one. And the interesting thing here is obviously to join, right? To join the result. So basically you do what ID on you can do something like this needs to be into the IDs, right? I retrieve. So here I need to fetch the ID from the first request, and here I can find actually you see there is a particular record alert that's being associated to one of those policies, and I can find it here probably if I do what ID. Alright, this is the policy ID that's associated with the record alert, and we can find this information from here. The record alert is saying there is a description and is associated with the policy. You can click on this to retrieve the actual owner of this policy, right, and the use field. So the name insured is Ernie Newton. So it's the idea is some capabilities, right, to help you explore your Salesforce sandbox with some help of auto completion and so on. That's all for the small introduction.